I don't believe it should be controversial. As Lee touched on, there's 8 events this year, 10 next year, 14 the year after. There is plenty of room to be able to have other great tournaments on other great tours that we would like to compete in as well. So the legacy standpoint is I'm trying to provide for my family, which is the first and foremost thing that I want to do. I come to work to play golf, and that is my job at the end of the day. I love it. I love playing golf. I love what the opportunity of LIV gives us from a standpoint of playing slightly less golf, which gives me the ability to be able to be fresher, ready to go. It's a magnificent opportunity that I'm really looking forward to. I definitely see other top players watching on this week and wanting to be a part of it. I feel there's a huge investment coming into the game of golf and sport in general, of which definitely other players will be looking in with interest this week, and I think they'll want to come and see what it's all about. The team format has always been something which most people have always gravitated to and had their best time on the golf course. So it is a vast sum of money, but it's a great platform to be able to build the game of golf and give back at the same time. We've played on the European Tour in Saudi Arabia over the last number of years, and the event has been a big event. It's had a world-class field. I think everyone up here now has played in that event, and it's been a world-class tournament. We don't know, James. I'm as interested as you are to see how it plays out. I'd like to think it wouldn't. All the golf that I've played around the world in all the different countries and different tours that I've played on, I don't see why this should be any different. I always feel underpaid compared to Tiger.
Lee and Ian, is there anywhere in the world you wouldn't play? If Vladimir Putin had a tournament, would you play there?
That's speculation. Not even going to comment on speculation.
So just in a generality, is there anywhere you wouldn't play on a moral basis? If the money was right, is there anywhere you wouldn't play?
I don't need to answer that question.
Sorry?
I don't need to answer that question.
Lee, do you want to answer it? Would you have played in apartheid South Africa, for example?
Well, you're just asking us to answer a hypothetical question there, which...
Well, they're moral questions, aren't they?
Answer a question on that. I'm not quite old enough to remember those days, even though I am probably the oldest. Well, I'm definitely the oldest up here, but you're asking me to look into the future there, which I can't do. I like the concept of LIV Golf. I think it's exactly what golf needs. A team format more often, shorter format. If you're asking me to say where I think golf needs to go, it needs to be faster. It needs to be a team format. It needs all the people out on the golf course at the same time. One of the funnest days of the year for me watching TV, golf on TV, is watching the match play, where there's a lot of games out on the golf course at the same time, a lot of action happening, not too many commercials. The thing that drew me to this was the concept, and how at certain weeks of the year, there's a place for this in golf. 72 holes is great, and the major championships are obviously 72 holes, and it's kind of the traditional format of the game, a little bit longer. But who's to say that there isn't room for a shorter format in golf and a team format? It's something I obviously have to take into account. I'm not sure about the playing days. I'm 50 next April. Obviously captaincy, that could be in jeopardy as well. But like Ian said, he pretty much covered it all there with what he said. What I would say is, myself and Ian have both been members of the PGA Tour while we've been on the European Tour, and that's had no effect in the past on whether people have been captains, and the LIV Golf is another tour, so why should it be any different? Not really. It's a decision we've all had to make, and I think we're all comfortable with the decisions that we've made. Well, it's competition, isn't it? I think competition in any sport is good. You know, it keeps everybody on their toes and, you know, keeps everybody trying to achieve as much as they can possibly achieve. So I think LIV's there, and they've made the statement not to try and be a threat to these other tours. You know, it's 14 events, and that leaves 38 the rest of the time. So I don't see any reason why all the tours can't coexist. You know, they're not there as a direct threat as such, and although the other tours seem to perceive it that way and don't seem to want to work with us. But like I say, competition is generally good. Yeah, I mean, like Ian says, we've all played in Saudi Arabia already. We've been given releases by the PGA Tour to play there, and the European Tour have held events there. This is no different, really. So, yeah, I feel educated on it, but you know, it's something I've done in the past, and you know, that's it. You know, as independent contractors, we can go and basically play wherever we want. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I'm a professional golfer, and you know, I do it as a living. I've been very lucky. I've had a longer career than most people out here would have had. This is my 29th season, but you know, like you, if there's a pay increase, you know, then at my age, I'd have to be stupid not to take it, and well, certainly have a good look at it, and then not take it. I think we're very fortunate to be playing for the vast sums of money that we're playing for nowadays, not just on the LIV Tour, but on all the tours. I think, you know, to do something you love for the amount of money that we do it for is a very, very lucky and fortunate position to be in, yeah.
You know, I would love to be able to play on as many tours as I can, and, you know, it's not in my hands. It's up to the DP World Tour what they decide to do with that, but, you know, I would love to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked for a long time to be on the European Tour, so I'd be disappointed if I couldn't play it going forward. But that's in the DP World Tour's hands, so.